Greetings, comrades. It is I, Russian Carl, bringing you my team builder for my Week 2 matchup of the PAL Season 5. I know last week we didn't have exactly the best start. You know, it was, we got some bad luck, some low rolls, some chances that were not fun, including being frozen, but whatever. We're going to come back from this. I tried to bring it back at the end. Took it from what I thought was going to be like a 5-0 sweep of me to a 3-0 loss, which is fine, and I lost to a speed tie, so it is what it is. But anyway, so this week, trying to speed things up a bit with these team build videos. They do kind of drag on a bit, but this week we are facing Coach Jimmy, a longtime rival of mine, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as he is, and he's got that team of Mega Charizard X, Skarmory, Crocodile, Terrakion, Cresselia, Galvantula, Blastoise, Roserade, Golisopod, and Metaletta. So, you know, Mega Charizard X, pretty simple. There's two generic builds that are standard for it, though it can do quite things. Usually this is either like the Max Attack, Max Speed build, or it's just like D-Dance Roost and like Flare Blitz D-Claw. But then he could do like a bulkier build as well, put some investment in like HP or defenses to better survive hits, still run the D-Dance, but he might run like Will-O-Wisp, something like that to deter people from coming in on him and trying to take him down. But pretty simple mon. Dragon Fire, so it doesn't have too many weaknesses outside of Dragon and Dragon Rock and Ground. So I have to be careful to take care of that. Skarmory, superb physical wall, being Steel Flying gives it only two weaknesses, and that is Electric and Fire. High, decent HP, high physical defense, and not exactly terrible special defense, but not exactly great either. Makes it a superb bulky mon with lovely support options. Defog, does have Roost for sustainability, can set up Rock, can set up Spikes. Does also get Stab and Iron Head and what's it called? Brave Bird. How our biggest thing, it also does have Whirlwind, so it can set up hazards and then phase people out, or since it's such a bulky mon and it does have Sturdy protecting it from an insta-kill, it can take a setup sweeper and just say, nope, you go bye-bye now. Crocodile, super fast, super strong, has that Moxie ability. Common things on this are like a Choice Scarf or like a Choice Band set, usually making him either really fast or really strong depending on what you need. And then let him just steamroll out of control, because Moxie, every time he gets KO, he's going to go get that attack boost. Can get moves like Superpower, Knock Off, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Dragon, he gets Outrage. A lot of crazy moves. Stab Knockoff does a lot of damage. Like I've said. Terrakion's another fast and strong mon. Rock Fighting does get justified, so it does get a attack boost for... gets an attack boost for getting hit with a dark move, and that's where things get a little tricky, because my Mandibuzz might want to start spamming foul plays, and he does have that, which I'm thinking because of Mandibuzz he's going to bring that. But Rock Fighting, plenty of weaknesses and resistances there, namely Ground, Water, Grass, Psychic, Fighting, Steel. Again, a lot of weaknesses because Rock does not have a lot of resistances on its own, so that is that. It is resistant, however, to Stealth Rocks because of its fighting type, which allows it to come in. However, if he is doing like a Focus Sash or something like that, which I believe he did for Week 1, if I can get my Rocks up, that's going to be taken care of. Cresselia, one of the bulkiest mons I've ever seen. 120 base HP, 120 base defense, 130 base special defense. Access to Moonlight as a recovery option is just annoying. Calm Mind sets, Toxic Stalling sets, you name it, it does it, and it's annoying as heck. All it needs is like Psychic and maybe Moonblast, and it can do plenty of damage. Bulky enough that once it gets a Calm Mind up, you have to like whittle it down with status or hope you got something up your sleeve to deal with it. Decently fast too, at base 85 speed, so it does put him faster than most of my team, but ideally he's not going to be speed invested, otherwise he's going to lose some bulk opportunities, some points in his bulk, which could make him easier to kill for some of my other mons. After that, he's got Galvantula, Bug Electric. This big thing with this guy, Compound Eyes gives it almost perfect accuracy thunders. I believe he has like a 1% chance that he can miss a thunder, but he also gets sticky webs, which is annoying. I plan to abuse that if he decides to set that up on me. I have Contrary on my Superior as well as Trick Room on Bronzong, so if he wants to make my guy slow, fine. He can make him slow. I'm just going to go first. Or Superior is just not going to care. He's going to go faster. Thunderous and Mandibuzz themselves do not care. If I have to, I can defog the Sticky Webs away with Mandibuzz. Not that I want to if I have rocks up, though. Again, this is the type of thing I got to play by ear. Blastoise, this is Rapid Spinner, decently bulky, decently powerful. It's both its attack and special attack are about in the 80s. It's got good, decent, rounded bulk. Nothing too crazy after that. If he brings that, it'll just be to spin away rocks. Though he also has Skarmory for defog, so it's depending on what he wants, what he thinks he needs to run that for against me. Roserade is a decent special attacker. Does get Technician, so whatever him power carries will get that Technician boost and be much stronger than normal. But it also has access to support things like T-Spikes and stuff like that. So it's up in the air what he could do with it. He could run an offensive set, or he could try to hazard stack on me with like Spikes, Rocks, and T-Spikes. Golisopod, another Spike setter, but this thing is Priority King. Gets Sucker Punch, Aqua Jet, and First and Pressure, all for priority options. So, never know. I do have a setup to deal some damage to this, but it's going to be interesting to figure out what exactly he's going to do with this. And then Meloletto, which is an interesting pick, is a normal Psychic type, removing its Ghost weakness. But does have the option of using the move Relic Song to transition into a physically offensive normal fighting type, which is very unique. Its defenses do switch there, where it gets a better physical defense and special at that point, but that requires him to run one special attacking move in Relic Song, so it's very mixed bag on what he's going to do. Whether or not, if he brings it, he'll most likely stay the Psych type, because he has plenty of physical attackers. His special attackers where he kind of lacks. Anyway, I expect him to probably bring like Galvantula, Charizard, Cresselia, and then Golisopod, and then I don't know if he'll bring Crocodile and Terrakion or one or the other. However, if he only brings one, then he'll probably bring Roserade, I feel. Anyway, but enough of Jimmy's team. Let's get into my team. The reason you're all here is to see what guys I've got lined up. As you can see, 4 of my guys are the same from last week. Plus, that's just how it worked out. Notice I'm not bringing my Mega, which is a big thing for me. I love Mega Galley, but I just don't think he was going to fit here. So anyway, first up, we have Sebastian, the Crawdon. Again, shout out to Alexis XD for making my guys again this week. All my sets are rather simple today in terms of this week in terms of EV spread. I'm not expecting anything. I couldn't really think of any crazy set that would work for me. I need just generic things. Like, for what he wants to do, he needs all the speed he can get, minus being jolly, because he needs that Adamant Nature as well. But he's max attack, max speed, 4 points in HP, Adamant Nature, running an Aqua Jet, Crab Hammer, knockoff Sword Dance. If we can get a Sword Dance up, that's fantastic. But otherwise, he can survive a Moonblast from Cresselia with about 20 to 30%, depending on the damage roll remaining. Outside of a crit, I think there's a % chance I die if he gets crit, but that's fine. However, he has a 6% chance to Oko Cresselia with a knockoff, and after that, gets rid of Cresselia's leftovers or whatever item it's carrying. Again, this is if it's holding an item like leftovers. If it's going for a Z-Stone or just no item at all, which would be a tricky little thing, knockoff will not secure the kill, and then I'll be up a creek without a paddle, as they say. But adaptability, doubling his stab bonus, his stab, and life orb to increase the damage even further. So it is a risky play, but knockoff plus Aqua Jet will guarantee kill on most Cresselias. Like I said, simple. Running through this 1, 2, 3. After that, we do have Ding Dong. Only difference than last week, it's a sassy nature instead of a relaxed nature, because I am going for a special defensive set. If Crawdon can't do his job, Sassy can go in front of Cresselia and do whatever he wants, because Cresselia pretty much can't harm him. Outside of HP Fire, Cresselia does not get any fire type attacks, meaning, I have to change the item on this. Just now he's supposed to be leftovers, not Focus Sash. Cresselia can't really do much to Bronzong. Psychic only does like 6%. And then even after like 3 boosts, it still is nothing. Toxic allows me to stall him out. He can't Toxic me if he's carrying that because I'm a Steel type. Gyro Ball is my main form of attacking, and against some of his team, it'll do very well, like Terrakion and Roserade and Crocodile. But against people like Skarmory, Charizard, and Galvantula, pretty much anyone else is not going to do much. But he can just set up rocks, Toxic, or set up a Trick Room if need be to ensure that someone else can have some fun for a little bit. Like I said, max HP, max special defense, other 4 on regular defense, nothing too crazy. After that, we do have Thor, my Thunderous, doing a little different. He is holding the Electrium Z, same as last week. I got rid of Sludge Wave because, again, didn't need it this week because he has nothing that's weak to poison at all. Out of all his guys, poison is not something. He actually has immunity to it. Or Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Grass, and I'll explain the reasons why. Nice Plot and Agility. My plan is, if he leads Galvantula, because I'm going to lead my Mandibuzz. If he leads the Galvantula, I'm going to switch in Thor immediately, because the most he can do to really hurt me is in Hidden Power Ice, if he's carrying that. I don't know if he would be, because he could just he knows I don't have any, like, type combination that Hidden Power Ice would be superb against. However, Hidden Power Grass would, something like Energy Ball or Giga Drain would serve him better against some of my bigger threats. So that's me hoping. He can't do much damage to me otherwise. He can't Volt Switch out or anything, so he has to Hard Switch. But if I see Galvantula, then it's switch into him, spam that, use Agility, use Nasty Plot first, then Agility. That way, an Electrium Z boost, a Z Crystal boosted Thunderbolt has a high % chance of OHKOing a bulky Mega Charizard X. Whereas Hidden Power Grass at +2 OHKOs Crocodile, OHKOs Terrakion, and it pretty much takes out his team other than the Galvantula, who I can't really do anything against, or the Roserade, who's not weak to anything to do, and Cresselia is kind of bulky, but that's fine. But basically, yeah, I'm going to try to set up in front of Galvantula because Galvantula can't do anything to me. Let him set up his webs, let him do this, let him do that. Thor is going to take them all down. After that, we do have Milo. The difference this week is I'm running No Guard instead of Iron Fist, and I'm running Dynamic Punch instead of Drain Punch. I figured I wanted to try to get as much damage as possible off. And the confusion would help against certain things on his team. Stone Edge is going to allow me to hit the Galvantula and the Golisopod. Earthquake is for the Terrakion and the Charizard, because again, a max HP Charizard with 4 points in defense. I believe it has a % chance to die from an Earthquake from Milo. So that's good. And Thunder Punch is for Skarmory and Golisopod and Blastoise, who, if I can get Trick Room up, that's great, because then he'll have a lot more usage to him. However, if I don't get Trick Room up, then he's just going to come in there and be like, oh, here I am. I'm gonna take care of one guy. Again, he's gonna hopefully not get frozen or anything this week. That was unfortunate. And he's gonna try to take care of someone. Lickety split. Crocodile worries him a bit, but I figure if I can Dynamic Punch it, confuse it, take it from there. Alright, after that, we do have Mandibuzz. Mandy the Mandibuzz, it's the same Mandibuzz as last week, minus one thing. I took off U-turn and gave it Taunt. Taunt does exceptionally well when dealing with Skarmory, because Mandibuzz does outspeed Skarmory. Skarmory can't really do anything to it. If he brings in leads Skarmory, then all I have to do is go Taunt. It can't set up rocks. It can't Toxic. It can't Whirlwind. The only thing it can do is try to Iron Head a Braver, which does not rest in its favor. And then I can kind of just gauge what he's going to bring in from there. But yeah, max HP, max defense, 4 points in special defense. Rocky Helmet this week to I can get some chip damage on, say, like the Charizard X and stuff. Again, I have to be kind of careful against Terrakion, because Terrakion does get an attack boost if he gets hit with a foul play. And if he's Choice Scarf, that could be an issue. However, foul play does get stronger with each attack boost they get too, so it's kind of a mixed bag. But we'll see how that goes. And last but not least, we do have Superior. Max max special attack, max speed, hidden power, fire, protect, leaf storm, and dragon pulse. He does have contrary, he is timid nature, and he does have a dragonium Z. Now I am running 2 Z crystals this week. It's one or the other, not both of them are going to be used. Well, I can't even do that, but they're both for the same situation. Because him at +2 Oko's Mega Charizard with a Dragonium Z boosted Dragon Pulse, while Thundurus with a +2 Thunderbolt Z move kills Charizard X as well. And both looking at bulkier versions for that calc. That's pretty much it. I want to get through this kind of quick because I'm getting pressured to do my battle early this week. But regardless, I'm gonna go into this with all my heart, all my further. I'm gonna hope the St. Petersburg Snorlaxes, my team here, can really take a good bite into Jimmy's team and take him down. We are both 0-1 starting off the season with some difficult matches. He lost 1-0 to Coach Hannons. I lost 3-0 to Coach Joe. So here's good luck to you, Jimmy, if you're watching this. Though by the time you watch this, we've already battled. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna about wrap up this team builder here, and I'm happy you guys could come in here and check this out. But if you did enjoy this battle, please leave a like down below, and if you are new here, please subscribe as well. The support is greatly appreciated, and you'll be kept up to date on anything the St. Petersburg Snorlaxes do in the future. I'm gonna head out of here, guys. I wish you all a great night. Do svidanya.